Okay, so I'm here with Teenage Engineering, and they finally seem to have released the new boxes. And I'm here with Jonathan.
Hello.
And he's like, you develop all three, right?
I guess I was the main software engineer, but we were a small team, but a couple of other people helped as well.
How many people are you on these devices?
How many people worked on it? I guess I was the only full-time guy, but then I had people jumping in and helping out. So I guess the team was like 4 people, but then we had a bit of help from the rest of the office as well.
Cool. And when did you start developing these machines?
I guess the ideas has been going around for some time, but I started it about a year ago, or no, like after the last OS update, I guess. So that was like March or so. Not really a year, but
Has been, somebody told me that these are not based on processors that are meant to be playing sounds at all, but like rather power management processors. Is that true?
It's a standard ARM Cortex M3 chip, but they are designed to for low power applications.
So how much memory have they got?
So for flash memory, it's 128K, so that's all the code and all the synthesis and all the samples. Since we have a mixture, we have some samples in all of them. So I really had to squeeze it down. And
That's
32 kilobytes of RAM, or 64, yeah. But yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
To get such, a whole. Well, in the old days you could do stuff on 64K, but today it sounds really impressive to squeeze it all into this.
Yeah, I guess we would want something decent to deliver at least. So it's been a fun project to cram stuff in.
I think it's much more than decent, but these are 3 flavors of pocket synthesizers. How do you describe the 3 of them?
Yes, we have a drum machine, the Rhythm, which has 16 sounds, and then we have Sub, which is a bass synthesizer. This is also 16 sounds. Oh no, it's actually 15 sounds and a small drum machine. And everything has parameter. Yeah. All the synthesis has two parameters, the same with the drum machine. And then the last one, the factory, is more melody leads thing.
Yeah. But when I first tried, I tried I've tried the drum machine, and when I first tried the new ones, the Sub and the factory, I was a bit confused whether how to make all the tracks work. But they've got 2 tracks, right? Yes. And the drum machine has got 16 tracks.
So you select the sound, you create your pattern, and instead of having all the samples like the Rhythm, you have like a scale here. But you can program either live play, live record, or you can punch in notes as like a standard pattern sequencer editing. So I guess we can start with this one. So
you just cleared it, right?
Yeah, I cleared the pattern by key and pattern, and then I can punch in notes. But this, okay, then this will be just the same note, and so we can tweak the note and the note length by holding the trigger and.
So that is the little LED indicates how.
Oh yeah, you can see it up here. So that's like a simple melody, and on top of that we have like arpeggiator stuff and what we call it play styles. It's not really arpeggiators, but you can punch in those. Yeah. And then also everything has like 2 parameters, and that gets recorded as parameter locks and effects.
Does it record in a higher resolution than the steps, or does it interpolate between the steps?
it interpolates between the steps. It supports everything in 16 steps.
Cool.
Yeah. So
The 16th track, how does that work?
oh yeah, that's a like a, we call it a micro drum machine. So it has it has 16 small samples, so you can use to create, and you can control the pitch and volume and some distortion. So on that runs on top of the melody, so you can edit stuff like So let's. Yeah, so now you hear the so that's like one instrument, but it's 16 samples. You can do quite a lot with it. Yeah. And on that you can tweak those sounds. You can get like.
And it's like you always move forward, you make changes, and then you know you end up with something, and then you can't go back.
Yeah,
you just move forward, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what I think is most fun, is that you can have something sounding really fast. Just add a note, start playing, and then just editing as you go, which is nice. And then also like since everyone has a 16 patterns as well that get saved.
Yeah.
And also you can copy patterns, so let's see, now I'm on pattern 4. By holding the pattern key you can see that. So let's say I want that to copy that, I'll hold right on pattern and press like, so say 1, 2, 3. And now I have all the same on those patterns, so I can create the pattern chain with those 4, so now I can see it plays the same, but it skips. So that means that you get actually 64 steps, so you could do like...
Cool. So it's like a chain of patterns.
Yeah, it's like a song mode thing.
Yeah.
And every pattern can have its own
If you hold
effect track and its own.
So if you hold down pattern and press several, you create the chain. Yeah, okay, I get it. So what about the factory? Does it work exactly the same in terms of the sub?
It's the same, but we have different set of samples on the micro drum machine, and we have different playstyle arpeggiator. So this is more based on, I mean, the playstyles for the sub is more rhythmically based and monophonic, while the factory has a bit of more like chord stuff. So I can just play some. You can do like chord. Okay, that's so you can do. And also like.
It sounds absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's more towards melody, and then the sub is more rhythmically and more bassline oriented.
You know, one thing that I'm wondering about is that, you know, this to me this sounds like teenage engineering. You know, and then I'm thinking, who decides the aesthetics of things going on? Yeah,
I guess that's our lead designer Jesper, who did most of this, or I guess all of it.
And all the aesthetics of the sound.
Oh, the aesthetics of the sound, I guess that was mostly me then. But like the design on the product and the IDs, we've kind of collaborated on, but mostly Jesper.
Is it like working with a guy like Jesper? Is it difficult? It's
just fun. No, it's not difficult.
For me, he's like a true artist. If I look at Jesper, I think like he's like a corporate artist, a mastermind. Is it like anything like that?
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, this project has been really fun because it's been like a smaller project than the rest. We're doing the speakers, which is bigger stuff. So yeah, I had quite a bit of freedom with the like sound and and the designs, and we were kind of everyone chimed in on the design and the features and the stuff. So as we went along, we kind of ended up with this, which I'm really happy about.
It's really cool. I heard the web store went down several times on the launch.
I don't think it's. I'm not sure. I don't.
Somebody told me
it's super stable and it was up all the time. But maybe it went down.
High demand.
Yeah, we sold out on the first shipment from in France, so the collect store.
How many? When can we expect new shipments?
I'm not sure exactly when, but a month, I hope. So.
Cool.
Might be a couple of weeks more, but I mean they're incoming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And okay, so that's the sub and the factory. So we've got one more, and it's the rhythm.
Right. Yeah.
And it works different. Like those two, they work more or less the same in the same interface.
Yes.
Yeah. But this one is a bit different.
I would. Yeah. It's since it doesn't have melody, you can't tweak. Its own triggers. You can't tweak the note and the note length. So you just work with triggers. But I mean, it's just. I guess it's really standard.
Most people
workflow.
Probably know what it's like now because you sort of unveiled it earlier last year.
Yeah, I guess that helps as well.
But how does it sound now that it's finished? What changes have you made?
Compared to the summer Moogfest version.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been a lot of changes actually. We have a bit better processor, and we also have replaced all the audio path, like the codec, like the digital to analog converter is better, and that meant that we could do some more stuff, like we can have EQ in that, and we can have
cool.
We can read like sync. There were a lot of stuff that got a lot better, and then I mean we tweaked all the sounds a couple of times, and we added new stuff, and we messed around with it. So I think it sounds a lot better.
I think one thing that people are interested in is how do there is a sound input, and you promised there is a sync option.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Yes. So we have input jack and output jack, which is standard stereo audio, and so by you can set it to different modes. You hold like functions and BPM. You toggle. So. Let's say this should be the master and this should be the slave. You just connect the standard audio cable. So then the standard way is you send audio and you input audio as a pass-through, mix stuff. So what you need to do is you need to set this in a mode that says send sync pulse on one channel.
What was it? BPM and no.
Funked and BPM.
Yeah, okay.
Those two. So you toggle and you can read it on the display.
Yeah.
And this one, since this one has a jack input here, I can switch between 6 different modes. It's all up on the website, the documentation, and I think Tobias has made a video as well on it. So this sync mode 4 means that it inputs sync, it slaves to sync signal on one channel and audio on the other channel, and it's outputting only audio.
Which channel is, if you're gonna sync from something else, it's good to know if it's right or left. And
yes. I'm not sure. You can hook it up to an oscilloscope and see, or maybe just listen to it in headphones and put on the sync. Then you can hear.
Yeah, okay.
I can do a quick check here, maybe. I'm not. You'll figure it out, and it's in the manual, I guess. But yeah, so there's another sync mode, which inputs sync on both channels. So that's if you have a drum machine that just outputs a stereo or just outputs mono, and you don't want to pass that sync signal in, you can just tell it to only listen to sync. But from the output, you can only set it to either only send audio or send audio and sync. Because it would be kind of useless to just send sync, because you wouldn't hear. Yeah, but so you can connect with external gear. So let's. Now I put this in sync mode, so I can just arm this and run it from. Okay, this was an empty pattern, so let's just add a couple of bass drums here, so we can hear that they actually are in sync. Yeah. So now if you play if you press play here, this will wait on a sync signal. You can see that it's blinking here.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's in hold mode, I guess. And so when you start this, they will start in sync. So if I control the BPM here, they run in sync.
Oh, so when they're in sync mode, you can control the BPM freely.
Yeah,
you can do that anyway.
You can do that all the time.
Oh, that's great.
We have we have the 3 preset tempos just to make it simple. If you not want to sync, if you want to sync manual, it's just easy to just.
But then you keep.
But then if you hold BPM and turn the knob, you adjust the BPM.
Yeah.
So that'll it goes from 60 to 240. This is good.
So then, technically, I could record the sync signal onto my OP1 and play it on one channel, and then play music on the other.
It's like standard click track, like pulses or just audio clicks works as well. So yeah, we tested it with OP1 recording it to tape, and then you could like change the tempo by controlling the tape speed. And that means you could probably just record a click track to your audio workstation and just route it as you want.
You could even
just have a drum machine that has MIDI in and sync out. I mean, there's a lot of ways to.
You could even record the click sound onto the drum machine and play a outrageously out of time sync. Yeah.
I don't know what you said, but you can do it.
Yeah. It's like if I do like a manual sync tapping, I could like tap away and sync like really crazy.
That should work.
What happens when if I suddenly tap twice as fast? Does it jump ahead, or how does it sync up when it's out of sync?
Yeah, it jumps ahead. So we wanted this to be compatible with like Corey, Monotribe and Volcas and stuff. So we used their timing thing. So I think it's 1 click per 8 notes. So 1 click moves this forward to 2 steps. So of course we do some adaptive correction. So we find the BPM after like just 2 clicks. Exactly where BPM is. So it's stable.
The one thing that I'm thinking about now, now it's done, it's complete, and with the OP1 there are updates and it's a big platform. But these, you don't update these, right? You probably could, but So when you're done with these, it's done, and then you're gonna move on to another project. Is that?
Oh, I'm not sure what I'll do, but yeah. No, you can't update this, but I mean technically, we have like exposed programming header here, so I mean you could do it, but you need some other
special kit or
special programming kit and stuff. But so we won't release updates from Teenage.
Do you feel a lot of pressure, to have a super stable system?
Yes, I do. But I mean, we're running this for 4 days now soon in the NAMM, so it's been really stable.
It's very nice. Thank you. I hope I'm gonna try and give it a shot myself and see how I could use them. But somebody needs to hold the camera. Maybe you could help me with that.
Right. I don't know how to do it.
Bigger one.
Okay.
Actually, we gotta do a good thing. 10,000 units. See that? 7 minutes. We've done 10 days in there, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, next to your time.
Okay. Vilken får vi sen? Den är stannar.
Ja, jag förstår. Okej. I sort of just this is in a pause mode. It's just waiting for the clock and stops whenever I stop. Okay. Yeah? So if I turn, let's say pattern, that's the clear, yeah? Clear. So, okay, let's try something. Okay, let's try something. It's the wrong sound.
Stick it down to the table.
Sorry. I get confused. Oh, look at these graphics. Beautiful. You can see the hi-hat being... Yeah. That's totally wasted. Okay, I add some effects. Get out of sync.
You didn't start it in sync.
Yeah,
so,
I see.
So what you do once, you can either then just manually.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
there might be one bar off.
But that's okay.
So if you want to have it start one, you need to put it in hold.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Or
yeah. How do I change the pitch?
You hold that trigger and tweak that note.
This
so
one.
you see,
No.
then you see the pattern up there,
yeah.
or the notes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Matt must have
It's like a first jam with these new, yeah, and then we've got the factory one, and you know, I'm very pleased. I'm sure I will get my own copies of these because I really enjoy them. So thank you for taking the time.